What up, Doe? Hey. Yeah. It's the What Up, Doe, the What Up, Doe, the What Up, Doe Show. Yo, what up, Doe? Yo, what's going on? It's your boy T. Wilson, and I am live on a Thursday morning, right? Throwback Thursday. Isn't today Thursday? Yes, it is, because I have a doctor's appointment today, man. Finally, I get to go see the doctor, but, you know, now that I'm finally getting to the doctor, my issue is gone. I feel better. So it's kind of weird how that worked out, right? They wait until you feel better to give you an appointment, and now you got to try to explain what used to be wrong with you. But anyway, it's all good, and it's all is what it is, and it's gonna be later. Got a whole lot of stuff to cover, man. So I'm just gonna, and I got a lot of birthdays. So we just gonna do what we do. We just gonna do what we do until we gonna do the thing. Do the damn thing. Got for my birthdays today. I got Laney Bynum, to Detroit. Also got brother. I'll go way back. Terrence West. Got Candy Nelson Herndon. The beautiful Kello, Mrs. Kello, an excessively beautiful young lady, a Lady Kia Nubian Page. My goodness, that woman is so fine. Anyway, and I also have the beautiful Eunice McGill out of Detroit. And last but certainly far from least, another one of my partners from radio back in the day, out of Rockford, Illinois. He was then anyway. He's moved around a little bit since, but me and him got really, really close while I was out there doing radio. And in fact, we used to do together. He used to co-host with me for a while. My boy Shondell, quote unquote, Big Diesel Rounds. Shondell Rounds, aka Big D's. What up, though, Big D's? And that's my birthdays for the day, y'all. So happy birthday to all of y'all. Mm-hmm. And that's that. So let's go on and get this party started. A little bit of sports today. Not a lot of sports news. I've been kind of staying away from sports until football season starts because I am boycotting sports until football season starts. It's that time of year. There's really nothing to talk about until it starts. But we got a little football news, actually. Running back Jamal Charles of the Kansas City Chiefs have signed a 2-year extension, and he is now the second highest paid running back in the game. So congratulations to Jamal Charles and the Kansas City Chiefs. Good move for them. He has been like the top running back for the past year, one of the top for the past few years, and the top running back last year. So congratulations to both of them. Good deal. A potential NBA trade is on the horizon. I see my Pistons are looking to make a move. They're looking to make a lot of moves. They're just trying to retool right now and figure out what they're going to do. But they're looking to trade on the table for Greg Monroe, big man Greg Monroe, power forward Greg Monroe, to the New York Knicks for J.R. Smith and a first-round pick. That's what they want. However, the Knicks are offering J.R. Smith and a second-round pick because they have a condition that's going to disallow them to give up a first-round pick, I think, until like 2018. So I think that sounds like they're close enough to a deal that they're going to find a way to work that out and make that happen. I don't agree with Monroe for J.R. Smith. I do get the reason they want to get that pick, though. I think it's more about the pick than it is J.R. Smith. But J.R. Smith and Josh Smith, they're both Smiths. They're both erratic, and that's not going to work out too well, I don't think. But I understand they want to get the picks and kind of start retooling from the ground up. So we'll see how that works out. Of course, I'm going to wish the best of luck to the Pistons. That would be a great trade for New York, actually. But my love is in Detroit. Let's get on to some What Up Doe news. Got a story out of Norfolk, England, where an amateur photographer took a fascinating photo, and he is now making comparisons between God, Sean Connery, and Karl Marx. And it's not because he's a James Bond fan, and it's not because he's a communist. Jeremy Fletcher was going for an evening walk near the Wash in Norfolk when he decided to take a picture of the sky. The image he captured of the sunlight hitting the clouds over the water reminded him of none other than God Almighty. Not Bruce Almighty, the God Almighty. Fletcher is quoted as saying, "I realized the image looked remarkably like a face of a man with a beard, so I took a number of shots on my phone. The face appeared to be looking back towards the shore. It was looking at me. It was looking at me." The obvious comment is that it looks like God, but to be honest, it looks more like Sean Connery. It could be Sean Connery, maybe even Karl Marx. Some say Fletcher may have brought up Connery and Marx because he's not a religious person. But I saw the photo. In fact, I'm going to post it there with my page. And quite frankly, it looks more like Sean Connery to me, too. It really does. It's kind of a Connery-ish. Bond. James Bond. Bond. This is the man who... Anyway, that's what it looks like to me, so we'll see. Is this the man who trashed the buffet? I wasn't Bond, but I like that. That just kind of reminds me. I think Sean Connery could have pulled that off. So. Is this the man? In Maryville, Tennessee, the owner of a restaurant wants her customers to feel comfortable bringing guns into her family-friendly establishment, and that attitude has caused business at the eatery to shoot up. Pun intended. Sharma Floyd posted a "Guns Are Welcome" sign on the front door of Shiloh Brew and Chew to let her patrons know she supports the constitutional right to bear arms, even though she herself does not carry. Floyd got the idea for the sign after reading about a North Carolina business that got robbed at gunpoint after putting up a "no weapons allowed" sign. She decided, let's do the opposite. And you know, with the "Guns Are Welcome" sign, it is true that there's probably not a high likelihood that people are going to rob your restaurant because they know that people are carrying. They know patrons are carrying. They can be outgunned if they walk in. So she does try to stop people with guns from drinking, however. She asks them if they're carrying if they order beer. If they say yes, I have an ankle strap on, I say sorry when you can't drink, ma'am, sir, whatever. Hey, we sell very, very little beer here, but we do offer it. I don't have a liquor license. I don't want a liquor license. I won't get a liquor license. It's about saving my food. I'm protecting the cows. I am protecting the corn. I am protecting my patrons. According to Floyd, the sign helped bring in more than 20 new customers, so she put up a few more. I can honestly say that I've gotten way more support than the one person who really gave me a lot of grief over it. So the "Guns Are Welcome" signs have helped boost business. The "Guns Are Welcome" signs are multiplying. I think it's actually a fairly welcome trend. I really do. And this is just me speaking. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, you do have the right to bear arms, and I think when the bad guys know that they're walking into a place that have numerous armed patrons, I don't think you're going to have too much trouble out of those guys. I think that becomes a place that's stamped, "Do not try to rob." In Fife, Washington, a Washington man opted... By the way, Washington is a state that has legalized recreational use of marijuana, for those that don't know. He opted to dive out of a moving car. Let me back up. Rewind. A man opted to dive out of a moving car instead of continuing to argue with his girlfriend as they cruised around the town. Good man. The man bailed out of the passenger seat of the moving vehicle, and it happened to be in front of a police car. However, the officer observed the driver of the car that's Alice Finley, her name would be Alice, accelerate away from the man while yelling at him. After the FPD officer turned on his siren and attempted to pull Finley over, she wouldn't stop. Crazy chick. No wonder he jumped out the car. If they argue, she gets arrested. He wins, right? Is that correct? I'm sorry, I don't even know where this story stopped and I started back up because I'm having an internet problem this morning. I no longer use Wave Vision. I now have AT&T. So now AT&T can go eat a toffee. They're going to get a call from me this morning. They're interrupting the What Up Doe Show. That's a problem. So if I said something that didn't make sense there, that's because my internet went off and came back on without me knowing. Mid-sentence. I don't know how to recover from that. Go eat a toffee. I hope that doesn't happen again. I hope this doesn't continue to happen. This is the second time it's happened this morning, though. I will say that. Because earlier this morning, I had to reboot because I was having the same issue and I was preparing for the What Up Doe Show. But it can't happen during the What Up Doe Show. That's a problem. You don't interrupt the What Up Doe Show. Maybe that's God in the clouds telling me it's not Sean Connery. It is me, the Almighty. So anyway, in Charlotte County, Missouri, a sheriff is resigning amid allegations that he brought inmates to bars in a private vehicle. The Charlotte County Sheriff, Josh Doe, reportedly brought some inmates to a Knox County bar and another inmate to a watering hole in Sullivan County. He is also accused of bringing 2 inmates to his house to do work at his house. This cat was tripping. Corrections officers, you can't get too friendly with inmates. Not to the point where, hey, let's go have a beer. Wait till they get out the joint and then do that. I mean, if you want to do that after they get out, kind of make their stay a little easier. That's cool. But you just, hey, meet me at the gate. I'm going to take you out. Let's go have a couple beers and then I'll bring you back. What the hell? Anyway, among the allegations, he's retired, which means it's all true. He is guilty as charged. And what the hell? Did it happen again? I'm getting real upset right now. And I don't know if I'm justified to do so. In Rice Lake, Wisconsin, a Wisconsin man allegedly told police that he had an interesting reason for robbing a bank. According to Eau Claire County Court records, Jesse Sweeter said that he robbed the Rice Lake Bank so he could afford to pay his court fees and avoid going to jail. So, sir, why did you rob the bank? Because I didn't want to go to jail. After a male suspect robbed Sterling Bank and left with an undisclosed amount of money, Sweeter was apprehended with a bag that contained money and a handgun. Sir, why did you rob the bank? Because I didn't want to go to jail. Following his arrest, he told authorities the motive for the robbery was to get money to pay off court obligations in lieu of returning to jail. I'm broke. I don't have a job. And you guys want me to pay all this money or go to jail, so I had to go get the money. I didn't know how else to get it. No one would hire me, so damn it, I robbed the bank. No one was harmed in any of the crimes, and it is expected that all 2 other men, 22-year-old Kyle Langner and 25-year-old Ricky White, were arrested in connection with those robberies. The other robberies. Meaning he was involved with more robberies around Eau Claire. Robbing convenience stores. So that he could stay out of jail. No one was harmed in these crimes. They're piecing it all together. But chances are, he's going to go to jail. Good luck with that strategy. Robbing banks to stay out of jail. Anyway, one of my favorite people, Sarah Palin, Wasilla, Alaska. Sarah Palin was jamming out to some classic rock while driving in Alaska, and it apparently got her motor running a little too fast. Palin was pulled over for speeding by the Wasilla Police Department after she allegedly was caught going 63 in a 45. The former governor had an excuse for her excessive speed. "I wasn't speeding, I was qualifying," Palin said. She also claimed that the Red Rocker bears part of the blame because Sammy Hager's quote-unquote "I Can't Drive 55" was playing on the radio while she was speeding in her Toyota Tundra. The former vice president candidate was cited for going 10 to 19 over the posted speed limit and hit with a $144 fine. She was also saddled with a $10 surcharge for police training. Wasilla is Palin's hometown. She was once mayor of before becoming governor, then vice presidential candidate. I'm glad this is a big joke to you, Sarah Palin. I really am. You know, that story seemed a lot more interesting before I actually read it out loud. It really did. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. It happens every once in a while because this is live. I don't know. Anyway, I just kind of look at the headline. If I think the headline is funny, I bring the story, and sometimes the story doesn't live up to the headline. And that was one of those cases. I just saw Sarah Palin and thought, baby, this got to be entertaining. I was wrong. She's really not entertaining anymore. No wonder she's disappeared from the news. Maybe she was speeding because she was trying to get to Russia. In Jacksonville, Florida, international college student Irina Majakovic purchased a Saab from a Florida car dealership. So when the vehicle began having problems, she took it back to Holiday Motors in Jacksonville, Florida. Irina's 2003 ride was having transmission problems, and the dealership was able to fix the issue and also sell her a warranty. Unfortunately, the transmission went out again. She brought the car back again. This time, she was surprised to find out that her newly purchased warranty did not cover what needed to get done. This was a ripoff, folks. First time, I paid $300. Second time, they asked me to pay $400, saying that the warranty doesn't cover labor. What the fudge? I thought it was unfair because nobody said that to me. Of course they didn't say that to you. They're con artists. After she filed a complaint with the DMV's district office, the dealership was told to give her a refund, a full refund. Holiday Motors complied with the letter of the law, but not the spirit of the law. What do I mean? Well, when Irene went back to get her money, she was handed 2 bags containing mostly pennies and a few bills. I'm so mad with them. I'm just angry. It's burning me up. Ed DeMiranda of Holiday Motors said that business has been slow and the dealership did technically comply with the request for a refund. I'm doing what the DMV asked me to do. It is legal tender. It's pennies. It's nickels and dimes. But it is what they told me to do. It's legal tender. That's what it is. Folks, I'm going to give you a fair warning. I sell cars, by the way. I don't want you to get a bad impression of car dealerships and car salesmen as a whole because of crap like this. Okay, it happens. It's out there, and a lot of people go to these tote-to-note places, what we call them, buy here, pay here. We accept anybody. Good credit, bad credit, no credit, don't matter. We'll get you done. all of these kind of places. Some of them don't even report to your credit. All they're doing is selling you garbage. They buy a $1,500 car from an auction, a $500 car from an auction, wash it and sell it to you and deal with it later. These kind of companies are really, really horrible for you, but they prey on people that they feel like just need somebody to get them a car because they have bad credit issues or something like that. Try to find somebody that really cares about repairing your credit and not somebody that's just trying to get you done, because it's really doing you a disservice, and you'll find yourself digging a bigger hole as opposed to digging your way out. And especially if you're a young person like this girl here. This is one I really feel bad for. This young girl is just getting her life started, just getting her credit history started, and she's put in a situation like this. So there are car dealerships, reputable dealerships, that will help you get started, young folks. There are reputable dealerships that will help you get started. You might get a fairly high interest rate for starts, so get a fairly cheap vehicle. Get a lower priced vehicle, but one that's newer and reliable and got reasonable mileage. And go ahead and be responsible with paying your notes. And trust me, things will get better the next time around. Don't worry about how it looks. Don't worry about what the vehicle, making sure it's cute or whatever. Just get a vehicle that fits your right situation so that you can avoid situations like this and never have to deal with dealerships like Holiday Motors in Jacksonville, Florida. Those kind of dealerships give us all a bad name, and I feel sorry for her, and I think it's crap, and I don't want anyone to get the wrong impression that that's how car dealerships work, because it's not. My name is Tim Wilson. If you are looking for a vehicle, or you know someone that's looking for a vehicle, you can trust that I would work in the best interest of you. Okay, I will work in your best interest. Now, if you want to work against me and you just want to get what looks good and you're worried about what other people think and you want to dig yourself into a hole, I'm going to advise you not to, but I will let you, because you're grown folks and I can't tell you what to do. But if you want to take my advice and let me help you fix your credit or get your credit started on the right foot so that in the future you can do whatever you want to do, give me a call. My direct number is 713-596-2251. That's not a commercial. I don't mean this to be a commercial. I'm just kicking it real with you, and that's what's real. So on that note, I want to thank you for joining me. And that's it for my show, man. That's the Up Doe Show. Yeah, I know. Have you noticed I haven't been doing the movie reviews lately? Because I've been listening to my shows, and I think the movie reviews are a little boring. So I stopped doing them. No more movie reviews. I've seen some good movies. Watched a lot of movies lately too. I've seen Guilt Trip, pretty good flick. I saw what else did I see? I talked about Red too. I think I saw 3 Days to Kill. That was a good flick too. So I'll just tell you that 3 Days to Kill, good flick. There's my movie review. Guilt Trip, decent film. Good little. It's a little mushy, but it's pretty good. It's pretty funny. Not bad. Not highly recommended, but I don't say don't watch it. It's pretty cool. Anyway, that's it, man. I want to thank y'all for joining me. Big ups to my boy Latone Hart. He hosts a show called The 730 Show. You can hear him on Spreaker.com, also on iTunes. I also want to give a big up to my boy Miles Perkins. He has a book called Sex Education, The Erotic Secrets of a School Teacher. You can find it on Amazon.com. Big up to my brother Mike Wilson. He is the president and CEO of a company called All Clear Landscaping in New Orleans, Louisiana. And I also just want to say big up one more time to my boy Big Diesel, and happy birthday to you. Y'all have a great Thursday, and I will see you guys in the morning, or I'll speak to you guys in the morning. This has been a long show today. So peace out, Pressure Crease out, keep the police out while I buzz his niece out, and I'm out of here.
What up, though?